Hey everyone, gonna do a quick commentary stream. We're watching Plotkin and Grind versus Return of the Lagger and King Switcher. If anyone wants to co-commentate, I am in the House Party channel. Looks like I can nab a flower over there. Okay. So the current score is 3-2 favoring Plotkin and Grind. So that's still a fairly close score. Let's see what's happening in this game. They've traded a lot of queens. Grind a little bit vulnerable. If more queens were to trade. It looks like Return of the Lagger is fairly safe for now. This king is fairly safe. And he also has more pieces to drop seemingly right now. They seem to be up some material. Fucking just traded queens. I think that queen trade is going to favor the Liger team. And they're forcing a rook trade here. That rook trade, okay, that rook trade is just like going to be game over. I don't think he even needs it. Yeah. Knight here's mate. So I think we're all tied up. Yeah, the score is 3-3. Thanks to the follow for Uncomfy Tree. Really appreciate it. So the Plotkin board seems to trade everything really quickly, every game. And honestly, I've partnered Plotkin a few times recently, and I think that's why we kind of underperformed. Because I don't necessarily do great when the whole board trades on move one. But Plotkin is just super fast. The Plotkin team is up about 4 or 5 seconds here. Rook trade is on offer. So, I mean, it looks like King Switcher is up a bishop, but the Plotkin team is up a bunch of time. Plotkin needs some trades, or else he has like a lost chess position, but I mean, trades are going to happen. Oh, that queen is going to help him. Trying to get rid of the knight so that you can drop a knight here. I think knight back works because the bishop guards, funnily enough. And they just resigned. Plotkin has sacked. So maybe that's why Plotkin gets down a piece, just because he sacks early. Now that we're looking at the game from the beginning. This pin means you can probably win a bishop. Unless Russia finds a way to save that bishop somehow with some sort of clever attack. Just going to try to get some initiative with it. Plotkin's hoping to cut off this bishop so that he can safely take this pawn. This is a pretty good move. I think he takes this now because the knight covers here, so the normal smother mate doesn't work. Although if he got another knight, it would work. If he gets another knight, then he can drop the rook here. Knight takes, new knight here. So can Plotkin get a knight? Plotkin is up about 6 seconds. So they're probably going to go for this knight, and there it is. So we're going to see. Ooh, okay, he's doing it a different way. This way works too, and doesn't even require a queen stack. That's safer for his partner. We see already lots of trades again. already blocking his sacking again. King Switcher likes playing defense though. So blocking is kind of fallen into where King Switcher wants to be. King Switcher likes to play fast and win pieces while defending and have like a safe king. But the King Switcher Liger team is not used to being downtime. They're used to being uptime. But Plotkin is one of the few players fast enough to be uptime every game versus them. Indeed, they're up about 3 or 4 seconds here. This knight is under attack. Yeah, 4th place. I was watching your stream, then you ended stream. What am I going to do? Might as well start a stream. Okay, so rook here is mate. So either has to defend that or attack. He's just gonna... Oh, okay, just king over. A rook still mates, though. Oh, a rook or queen is forced. They are up time, so this is a win for the blocking team. This is why time is so critical. And the King Switcher team is used to being able to take risks because they assume they're going to be uptime. But in this situation, they're not. The bishop would be quite good, but they are downtime. Or displacing this knight would be good, so we can go queen here. He's trying to get in here. This pawn is loose. Not anymore, now the queen defends. Plotkin's king is very vulnerable. He's trying to make it so a new knight here. Knight, and take a queen. But Plotkin is just going for the attack. He's not even trying to defend here. Going all out. So pawn plus rook would mate once he's on initiative. This is a clever move, promoting to knight. If queen takes, then that removes a defender. They're up about 1 second. But Return the Lagger can't really take a rook, which is what's needed. Rook plus pawn is needed to get the mate here. Plotkin is up a ton of pieces. If Russia does not get a rook from his partner, it's pretty much game over. I don't think a rook is going to come. This queen is under attack, but he can always just defend it. This is one way to defend. They are now up over 10 seconds. Queen here. Yeah, this is going to be mate. Knight here is good. Yep. Hey, Illustrac. Thanks for watching. You now have grind on the left. No grind snagged a pawn. He's doing some trades. Plotkin's king is a little bit vulnerable. They've traded queens in a way where Plotkin can't castle. But Plotkin likes to attack. And it seems he is the one forcing the issue. Yeah, pawn here would have been good, but he's using the bishop. He's trying to cut off the bishop from defending so he can just take this. Using his existing knight. He could always take this bishop later, which he's going to do. Knight here, I assume. Pawn is quite good. He's not going to wait for the pawn. And grind had the win on his board. What is the score? Great question. Our current score is 8-3. Favor and Plotkin and grind. And the score was previously 3-3. So Plotkin and grind have won 5 games in a row. I'm sure they would love to get an adoption. But okay, so Russia continuing to attack. Plotkin feels that his king here is safe. He's attacking the queen, trying to get the tempo in. And he could always take back if he wanted to. Also threatening this pawn. This knight is a great outpost. Like Grind is winning some pieces on his board. That's a queen. Let's just get annihilated. He could take here if he wants to save a piece. He's just gonna retreat. I don't like the retreat as much. So they've just resigned because they were down a boatload of pieces. So the score is now 9-3, favoring the Plotkin team. That's 6 games in a row they've won. I should mention this game was organized on the house Discord. I'm currently in the house Discord in the house party channel. If anyone wants to co-commentate, can jump in there. The Liger team's playing at a little bit of a disadvantage. Return the Liger said that he couldn't voice call tonight. So I assume they're just using buttons. Maybe he's listening to his partner. I'm not sure. But he said he can't talk. Oh, a rook mates. He's not going to wait for the rook. He's just going to continue this attack. It's a double check. You want a pawn, I assume. I mean, pieces in general are good for Plotkin. So Plotkin's probably just going to sit. A pawn threatens promotion, which is fairly good for him. Pawn plus knight would mate if he tries to go over here and stop promotion. Bishops are good, rooks are good. Looks like he's going for a rook. Oh, okay. He wants rook here. Because if king takes, then this is mate. So that's the plan. That's why they were going for the rook. Knight here is quite good. It makes pawn mates. Makes pawns mate. I think that's a good plan. Don't like this plan as much, but I think this queen was in a good position for safety. It also could have come in here for a check later. I think knight here was really a better strategy. But knight here, king over, bishop check, king over. That's a possibility. Then knight here. Okay, he's exploiting some double checks. Maybe bring this in. Although I'm not sure if he... No, this is the way to go. He's really going all in though. He needs a pawn, bishop mates. That's game over. I think there were better ways for Plotkin to execute, but it worked out. Hey, Plaster Hippie. Our score is currently 10-3 with a 7-game win streak from the Plotkin team. The Plotkin team is winning. Plotkin is making threats. His king is relatively safe right now, even though he hasn't moved his king's bishop yet. Grind is attacking. Trying to picked up the bishop. He wants to pawn there probably, or a knight here. Both are pretty crushing. So Grind is waiting for material. And there's the pawn. Take the queen with tempo. Utilizing the rook. I think pawn here would have been good, because if en passant, the knight could take. But yeah, crushing position. Great attack. Grind's king, a little bit vulnerable, but he is up pieces as long as Plotkin holds the flow for a move or two. Fairly easy for him to get safe. Just pawn in probably. Oh, no, he's going to be greedy. That is extremely greedy, but he is up a bunch of material. He's just eating everything. I think pawn here, if he really wanted to go all in, pawn would have been a good strategy. Knight here would have been better than what he did. I assume he wants to go knight here. Maybe he's waiting for a rook. He can take and come back potentially. Does he want to promote a pawn? Okay. This has to be a maiden net. I don't see how he's going to survive this. Yeah, you could even push the pawn now. So he did have to sack a little bit to get in there at the end, but it worked. Did Liger just like win a knight, or what happened over here? Plotkin's a little bit vulnerable, but only for basically one move. As long as his partner holds the queen, he should be fine. Plotkin just wants to attack. Knight here would be quite good for him. This is really interesting. A rook mates. As long as a rook doesn't come, he's doing just fine. Wow. Okay, that knight was very good for his partner. And yeah, as I mentioned before, I don't think Return to the Liger has access to a microphone right now, or he needs to be quiet or something like that. So his team is at a bit of a disadvantage without as good of a voice chat as the Plotkin team has. I'm sure Plotkin's on voice. In the chess.com chat, someone says, "Sorry, what type is this chess?" I guess someone randomly clicked to observe a high-rated game and found Bughouse there. Ooh, that is dangerous. I see a queen sack and then knight check. But I guess right now the worry is that that queen is going to mate Return to the Liger. So Bum Russia would like his partner to be safe enough that he could sack a queen. Liger also has some threats on his own. Queen here is a threat. Pawn check, followed by a knight. So it looks like basically if Liger is ever not checked, then Liger is going to have initiative, and Liger has easy win with initiative. His partner also has an easy win with initiative. But Russia might need to make a move or two to make up some time before that happens. So what are some possibilities? Maybe bishop here. It could be taken immediately, but the bishop would at least guard this diagonal, make a threat on this diagonal. Another possibility might be something like queen here to guard these key squares, threaten knight here. He could go all in with like a bishop here, but this just looks really scary with the knights. I mean, you could win a queen. Theoretically, you can push a pawn. That looks too scary. I think I like either bishop here or queen here as far as defense. Okay, that is not check. So he wants to take this knight so that his partner can have check forever. And now he's going to try to find ways to defend and allow his partner to mate. Nicely played. So they have stopped the streak. Our score is now 13. Wait, did they stop the streak? I thought they did. Yeah, the score is now 13-4. So Return the Lagger and Russia have got back on the board. Actually, when I say 13-4, one game ago it was 13-3, which means that Plotkin team had won 10 games in a row. The Plotkin team adopted the Lager team. But after the adoption of 10 games in a row, the King Switcher Lager team has gotten back on the board with a win. Our score is now 13-4, favoring the Plotkin team. If anyone wants to co-commentate, I am in the house Discord server. Love to have some co-commentators. King Switcher, quite a few threats on this queen. Interesting, so now a rook would mate. Oh, he's going to just take the queen with initiative. That's reasonable. Probably bishop here, I would assume. Nicely done by the Plotkin team. Going for like Scholar's Mate. He's given up the queen to hopefully get this diagonal, but that doesn't even work. He's just basically giving up a queen for nothing. So they're definitely, the Plotkin team definitely down some pieces this game. Okay, so Plotkin is playing. Yeah, we're doing some observing, some commentating. Looking for co-commentators. Right now I'm in the house Discord server. I could go in another Discord server or get on a private call if someone wants to commentate elsewhere. Okay, there's some threats here. Wow. Okay, so another win for Block and Grind. So I guess I focused too much on the Plotkin board and Grind just got a really good attack. The match score is 15-4, favoring Plotkin and Grind. So here's what happened this whole match. Plotkin Grind got off to an early lead, and then the Liger team tied it up to 3-3. Then Plotkin Grind won 10 games in a row to get to 13-3. And then Liger team got back on the board, 13-4, and now we're at 15-4, favoring the Plotkin team. Yeah, I don't care who stream, who co-commentates. You don't have to be a good or great at bughouse. It's just good to have more people talking. Okay, so he's forcing a queen, which makes that's another win for Plotkin Grind. These guys are just so fast. Like, look how many moves they've made in like 3 seconds. So we're gonna see knight here, I assume. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't put a knight there. This looks pretty crushing now. Queen up. Bishop here. Bishop here. Queen here. Oh, okay, that works too. Yeah, that's Fool's right. Just talk random BS. It's all good. Plotkin's probably going to go all in here. And it looks like it's going to work. All in was the move. Although this even defends. He's vacating a square for a knight. Oh, he's given up, potentially giving up the queen. Go for mate. Okay, now bishop mates. Knight is quite good. I guess knight here could be a thing. I'm gonna use the pawn. He can get a tempo here while he waits. Nope, he's just gonna take that. This is a scary square for a rook, but no rook is forthcoming. Oh, that's the square for the knight now. Or that's the square for the rook. Okay, he wants to take a queen in the process. Blocking, or sorry, not blocking. Grind is just hung a bishop for nothing. Which is the problem with getting too much into the pre-moves. But he is going all in with his attack. Blocking has a reasonably good attack. Oh, wow. Grind is losing everything. This looks like this one's going to go for the king switchers. Bishop here, pawn here mates. Okay, this mates too because this bishop covers here. Another win for the laggers. Our score is now 18-5, favoring Pluck and Grind. This knight pre-move kind of assumed he would take this bishop. But Grind did not care about the bishop. He is going for mate. So pawn here is good, or queen here, or rook here. If he doesn't know what to do, he could, I was going to say he could take this. So this bishop actually helps cover. So now knight plus a rook would be the smothered mate over here. But they are down time. The lagger is not going to get those things. This is kind of a hard position to defend. Probably get the queen in. Our score is now 19-5, favoring Pluck and Grind. Is able to bring the knight on the board, tempoing the queen. Always good to get more pieces on the board. Plotkin has kind of a weird position here. Yeah, has to give up the queen. A knight would help him tremendously. He could either win the queen or bring in a rook for mate. The time is equal. Plotkin would like a knight, but he's gonna keep moving. Oh, that's a little dangerous. You're gonna like castle that way, okay. This pawn is loose. You can actually move over knight guards here. You might go up too. That's another reasonable place to defend. That gives up a queen, but he gets the initiative, wins a rook back. What? I'm gonna just take that. This should be mate with Queen takes, rook here. Ooh, I don't think he should have let go of check, unless that made it for his partner. Maybe it made it for his partner. That does look pretty good. That's a very nice mate with the promotion. Our score is now 20-5. Favor and Plot and Grind. And I should mention, both of these teams are registered for the tournament in the open section. And both of these teams went quite far last year. So I think Plot and Grind was in the top 4 teams. I forget if they finished 3rd or 4th. And Return of the Lagger and King Switcher were in the top 8 teams. I believe they lost to the Caspi Israel and Pure Essence, who progressed to the final 4. So this is just a very strong team here. We could take here and then try to drop like a pawn to get like a double check threat. And I mean, that seems like, and if he defends this, then you just win a queen. Seems like a good plan for Grind. I'm not sure why he's not playing it. Maybe he's looking for something better. I don't see anything better. There it is. So pawn is now crushing. I think he should have waited for the pawn there, but okay. This is a little scary, although the knight does cover this square, which means the smother mate doesn't work. Okay, he's just gonna grab the queen to simplify. And that also mates for his partner. I'm still all alone in the Discord in the house party channel. If anyone else wants to go commentate, let me know. Knight can win a queen. Just gonna develop a piece and make a threat of a rook, I guess. Right now the knight defends, but it might not always defend. Oh, exploiting the pin. And a castle to safety. Knight is quite good. There's the knight. Picked up queen. There's exploiting pawn promotions here. Another knight would be good. Probably sack the rook for this. That's a scary bishop. Okay, that just should mate. So Grind gave a lot of great feed to Block in there. Our score is now 22-5, favoring Block and Grind. No, Blocking gave up the queen. This pawn has been given up too. This is a great move to defend. Oh, he should have left this bishop here. Yeah, I think that's a better way of doing things. On check, I assume. Okay, exploiting the pin. Now pawn check. He's gonna repeat. He could get the scary knight out of here. Clockin is slightly down on time. His partner has some troubles. So probably gonna need to trade the knight. Does the knight mate him? Well, the queen certainly did. That's a resign. Liger and Bum Russia have picked up another win. Score's now 22-6. We have Plotkin on the left here. He's trying to get some activity. He's not worrying so much about castling at this point. It looks like grind would like a knight to pick up the queen, and there is the knight. Another knight would be great to get an attack, and there it is. You can pick up this bishop on here. Take the rook, throw some more pawns on.
What's up, Chuck?
Hey, how are you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Okay, I need to go and block this guy who is matching me.
Let me log on the old chess.com.
So we have Swole in the chat. Let's give him a quick shout out. Swole19 also streams.
On occasion.
He wants to keep his queen on this diagonal, I think. Although for attack, it would have been better to take with the queen.
Oh, what a great matchup. Plotkin and Grind versus the King's Crusher and Lager. That's great.
Yeah, it's a great matchup. There was a great matchup yesterday too, last night. Streamed for about 6 hours or so.
I missed it completely, unfortunately.
There's going to be many great matches over the next month or so.
Oh yeah.
Plotkin is going all in for the attack here. Getting this bishop allows the rook to defend more. He's threatening rook here mate. This threatens a promotion, so he's just gonna bring the bishop back. Knight check. Wow, that knight is that knight is going for a little adventure, and that's gonna be mate.
Just gotta be mate. Yeah, the queen at e3 now. Nice.
Our score is now 24-6, favoring block and grind.
Whoa. Wait. Oh man.
Okay. Looks like Plotkin has lost a few pieces here, but he gave his partner all that he needed to mate, so it worked out.
That's Plotkin for you.
Indeed.
God, I was playing some bughouse on Sunday, and I forgot how bad I was. And that felt bad.
You are not bad. You are good at bughouse.
It's just such a hard game.
It is definitely a hard game. Takes some getting used to, but you've improved immensely. Looks like King Switcher is on initiative.
Yes.
And Plotkin survived this onslaught.
The pawn. Oh no, I guess the knight covers the pawn, so. Ooh, bishop at h5 is such a nice move.
The bishop.
Bishop check looks really good.
It does. I don't think he has a bishop right now, but.
It's amazing how these guys they just play so many tactical moves
so that
they
the rook does not defend c1. This has to be mate. What, like rook at a1? Okay, he's just gonna bring that back. Okay, he wants to promote this pawn. Kind of hard to stop. So, very hard for Plotkin to defend this. Plotkin's going to look to attack instead. And unfortunately, his partner's getting kind of murdered. So, he's not going to get much material to help him out. If he were to get like a knight and a rook, he might have a chance. Now he's just running his king. That king is not long for this world.
Where's the mate?
I'm shocked that he's not made it yet.
Rook f1 is probably just
kind of an
mating too.
Epic king walk. Yeah, it's like everything mates, but I mean,
There we go.
King Switcher was winning 50 pieces while mating, so might as well mate slowly and take everything.
That's Chuck style right there.
That
He
is my
knows you're
style.
watching.
Sure. Being a little vulnerable, but Terzalager did not get pieces in time to exploit that, so King is safe again. Queen trade on offer on the grind board. Castle to get the rook into play, defend the queen. Okay. A Liger is playing a little unsafe here. But the question is, can Grind get more pieces? They were up time, but Flocken actually took some time there, so now not up as much time. This king seems safe enough. I would just take this knight, and then he can promote to a knight. Or he could just drop another knight in.
Mm-hmm. Look at that king, Chuck.
So he shouldn't be worried about that knight. Now he can knight check, take the rook, and his king is safe forever. And he's also threatening promotion.
Oh, other knight check.
That works too.
And then, what else?
I would just grab the rook, but maybe he's just going to keep going for initiative.
He's waiting for more, yeah.
He does want more. He's a greedy guy.
Greedy Guillermo. Ooh, push and promote tonight. Or bishop. No, bishop, that doesn't defend the knight, so.
I like the knight promotion.
Maybe knight g5. Okay,
this
bishop,
is a good move because it also defends the weak e2 square.
Yes.
So, Ryan's king is super safe. I would really take the rook someday. No? He's not going to take the rook ever, it looks like. He's just going for mate. Okay, I'm sure he's going to mate, so it's working out.
Not everyone likes taking pieces.
So it's like some of us, bishop takes rook and pawn at g3 is going to be mate.
Yep. That looks pretty matey.
The thing, though, when he doesn't take pieces, is at least Flocken in kind of a bad position. So Flocken is trying his best to live through this. Now Flocken is finally up like 2 seconds. Flocken has to sit. Because that bishop... Well, he could push h4, but if he doesn't push h4, then bishop at g5 mates him.
Well, is there a chessmate if h4?
Oh, I mean, for sure that like queen h8 is crushing for sure. I'm just saying he's not mated in one at least.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he also could push g5, I guess. So either g5 or h4 prevents mate in one, but that's not to say they're good moves. He is up 2 seconds, so probably just sit.
But you could pre-move the mate though, so it's not like it's not like it's for like a positional advantage. Like he only needs to mate with the pieces. Well, I guess.
Yeah, it's mate in 2 though. It's not mate in 1 because f4 is a run square. Now, Flocken should sit because it is mate in 1 with promoting the g pawn. Even if he gets a blocker to interpose, it's mate in 1. That was very close, within 1 second.
Yep, love it.
Wow, we're being spoiled. Got Helm's Knight yesterday, now we have Flocken today.
Yeah, we had some Flocken yesterday too, but yeah.
We can never have enough Flocken.
Yeah, there's no such thing as enough Flocken. But yeah, Flocken grind. Again, I'll emphasize, Bughouse World Championship is coming up. Registration ongoing, and both of these teams are registered in the open section. So we're going to see more of this later on.
Yeah, the Plotkin team actually made it to the top 4 last year.
They did. And I think they were frustrated with that result. Plotkin thought they should have done better.
Yeah, they could have done even better.
And honestly, I think the reason they didn't do better was that grind was a little rusty back then. So it's good to see them practicing more this time.
For sure. I think the chances of everyone also improve now that Chicken, Crossroad, and 12 are not on the same team.
Oh, they're not?
They are not. But Blitz Bullet and 12 are on the same team, and that is a pretty good team in itself.
That's arguably even stronger.
So I did go into Helms Knight's Discord this morning, and I said, basically, I saw your partner in Chicken. Are you going to play in the Bughouse World Championship? There is a bunch of money to win. And her response, and I quote, official report in here, I quote, Helms Knight said, maybe. You heard it here first. Maybe from Helms Knight.
Chuck with the exclusive interviews.
Exclusive interview.
The other thing I saw is there was a registration on the spreadsheet where with the word Helms Knight in it.
Oh, that's also useful. Let's go check that out. That's even more breaking news that I was not aware of myself. That's why we have these roving reporters to bring us the news. All right. Yeah. Oh, I see the team registered. Yeah, Chicken Helms Knight is registered. So official report in from this morning was maybe, and now it is yes. They are registered. They're the number 4 seed.
Things happen so quickly.
They do. Oh, another piece of news. The Caspi Israel Pure Essence team has gotten stronger on paper. Caspi Israel has gotten the GM title. No longer International Master. He's now a Grandmaster.
Oh yeah, that was really, really nice for him. I remember seeing him live on streams playing tournaments with like a FIDE rating of 25-20 something at some European tournament.
So presumably the norms were the last thing he needed. I guess he had the rating before the norms.
Yep.
That's usually what it is.
Yeah.
I've seen it both ways.
There's a certain very tall chess player from Paraguay, who is in a similar predicament, where he has the rating but not the norms. I won't say who it is though.
Is GSBC from Paraguay?
That's who I was thinking about.
Check real quick.
I think he is from Paraguay. Plugin says last.
So right now, the Liger King Switcher team is the 7th seed. The number 1 seed is Blitz Bullet 12. Second is Zyzon Grand Delicious. Third is Miss Fairy Queen Abby Kofsky. 4th is Chicken Helms. 5th is Plotkin Grind. 6th is Caspi Pure Essence. 7th is Liger King Switcher. And those are like all such great teams. Like any of them have reasonable chances of getting into the top 4. So like it's hard to pick the bracket of the top 4. They're all so good.
Yeah, the quality of the teams this year is already better than last year. And
yeah, I think we still have less registrations than we did last year, but No, I'm sorry. In the under 2000 section, we have more registrations than last year. In the open section, we have less registrations than last year, but there's more like higher level teams.
Yeah, we'll have enough registrations. I think there's a separate spreadsheet
Right.
for individuals who signed up without the partner, and if you combine that and the current registration, I think it goes up to around 40 to 50 teams total right now. In the open section. 40 to 45.
But my recollection was last year there were like 25 teams in the under 2000, and there were like 40 teams in the open section or something like that. So I think there's less teams in the open section than there was before. We were expecting something like 48 teams to register in the open section, which we haven't come close to yet.
Oh, I see. Last year there were 42 teams in the open section. This year, numbers.
This year we have 25 teams in the open section, and we have 19 unpartnered players. So let's figure like
Okay, so
10 more teams.
Yeah.
That gets to, I don't know, about 30 teams in the open section.
Yeah, 35. We are missing around 7 to 8. Okay. With around 10 days to go.
Oh, Andrew Tang is in the pool? Is he... Wait, when you say he's in the pool, do you mean he's playing Bughouse right now, or do you mean that he has registered for the tournament? Or what's going on with Andrew Tang?
I do remember someone asked him if he was interested in playing, and he said maybe as well.
Well,
year, so.
We have already gotten earlier this stream an official translation from Helm's Knight, where maybe means yes. So hopefully that means we'll see Andrew Tang play.
We'll see if this is a popular way of saying yes.
Oh, I guess just knight at e3 is mate. He doesn't even need to put something on g4.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, and they're up 3 seconds. How inconvenient.
That is also helpful. Wait, there might even be a better mate. Hold on. Is knight d6 mate?
Oh,
knight d6
yes,
is a chess mate, a chess double checkmate. Chess mates are superior because it's easier to pre-move them. So I've heard.
Not only is it a chess mate, it's also a double checkmate.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Like how like all 3 knights are like in a diagonal row. I love that.
So our final score on this series is 29-7, which I'll put in the Twitch chat.
So it looks like he started out at around 2489. Okay, so not bad. He gained 100 plus points in around 2 hours.
So Plotkin gained points, or who gained?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plotkin gained around. He gained around 100 points in an hour.
Okay.
A little over an hour. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Profitable hour.
And it's insane. Usually takes me like, let's say 10 times as long.
And again, as I mentioned before, at least in the Discord, Return of the Liger had said that he could not be on microphone. So I think that's probably played a factor in losing points. certainly it's a huge advantage to be on voice chat.
Yeah. Wonder if the other team was on voice chat.
I assume they were, though I'm not certain of that.
I would say from personal experience that Return of the Lagger is really, really strong on voice chat. And I will not comment when he is not on voice chat.
Oh, hey, my boy, yeah, it looks like we picked up an embed from chess.com. So we do have a bunch of people watching. Let's see if there's any other higher level game. Oh, it looks like is Liger still playing?
Yeah, we can watch them as they try to regain the rating they lost.
They're playing
the 100 points they
Ego
lost in an hour.
Smasher and White Ghost. I'm not familiar with White Ghost, but of course we know Ego Smasher. Ego Smasher has been playing for many, many years.
White Ghost is a relatively new bughouse player. I think he used to be 22. Oh, he is 2200. Okay. Wait, he was 2300 of like 30
They're
minutes
saying
ago.
in the chat here, White Ghost is 3200 at Bullet. That is, yeah, that's huge. 3200 at Bullet. It looks like. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's very strong at 30-second chess.
Okay, so that could be a big advantage in Bughouse.
Yeah, so White Ghost and Ego Smasher are playing in the chat. They don't have voice. Interesting.
Oh, rook takes d3 is a strong anti-pre move because black's only way to ever try to mess with whites is to promote one of the pawns. But the rook is able to block all of the pawns. And this is an example of stalemate winning the game. It's not something you see in normal chess.
Yeah. Looks like PKR's all-in has worked out this time.
Oh. Try again.
I wonder
Yes.
if Ego Smasher knows about the tournament. Would be another good one to get in there. Like there's some high-rated players that haven't really participated in the tournament in the past. Like I don't think Hawk was in last time. I think Ego Smasher was in last time. I wonder if I still have his phone number. I could just text Ego Smasher.
I think who was in last time that wasn't in this time? I think Drilla, or how do you pronounce his name? RECACZ.
I
still have a phone number for Ego Smasher, but it's like 10 years old. I don't know if it still is.
Chuck, by the way, is Jarl participating?
Not that I know of, but I'm not sure.
He's not registered yet.
I hope he does participate. I think he kind of stepped back from Bughouse.
I saw on Facebook he said he was looking to play again, but I guess
that would be great.
Oh, he's on Facebook. I see.
He is on Facebook. Yeah. So the Liger team is aggressively attacking a knight mates, by the way, for Bum Russia. They are down time though, so the knight is not going to come. Does the queen mate somehow?
They're down a lot of time. Wow.
They are down a lot of time. I'm wondering, like rook at f1 to try to get the knight away might be a thing to do. Rook at f1 has to go rook takes, because if he goes knight takes, then knight takes f3 is mate. So, can we find a mate here? Like rook at f1, rook takes, knight takes bishop, then pawn takes rook, king takes, queen at h1. If the queen comes, then pawn at g2. That has to lead to mate. Yeah, no, he would need a queen in that line. I'm just trying to figure out what he's trying to do. Okay, he's trying the rook thing at least.
Ooh.
Oh, he
no.
after all that, he took the wrong way. Like, yeah, I thought that was pretty obvious that this mother mate was happening. Yeah, PKR, Helms and Chicken did officially sign up. We broke that news earlier on the stream here.
It's like we're like a news source.
So we've traded queens on the Liger board. Both of the kings are safe. Ego Smasher, and Bum Russia. White Ghost is the least safe king if I were evaluating here. So a knight plus rook would mate if Liger got them. They're not up that much time though. I don't think a rook is forthcoming either. But Liger has some good pressure he's putting on. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Bumrush would really like a pawn to place on h3. That's
and he's got it.
Very typical entry into the position. Those light squares might look like there's nothing there right now, but
so maybe knight takes knight for Ego Smasher. He can not worry about the queen because he has a mate threat with knight at h6.
Yes.
What?
F7 is covered by the bishop.
F7 is covered, but it still looks fairly good for him. Like another knight would mate.
Mm-hmm. Wait, okay.
Okay, not anymore. Ego Smasher continuing to attack. Oh, wow. So now diagonal would be quite good for h6. Excuse me. Return to the Liger has a very good attack himself. Does this mate just like queen at c7? Looks pretty good to draw the king towards the white pieces.
Yep, if the king runs to a7, there's knight at c6. Decides to take. Oh, that's not a good check. Oh, or is it?
Made
nice
him one.
deflection tactic.
Well, yeah, made him one like 2 different ways, maybe more. Thanks to the follow from Juan Torres, G106. I don't understand c6. What's the point of c6?
Return to the Liger seems to really like his c6 and c3 moves in the opening.
Yeah, but it served no purpose there.
Oh, it's to restrict the knight and also to prepare d5.
Yeah, but the knight was... you were restricting the c3 knight?
Yeah.
That wasn't the issue there, though. I mean, I guess it was a potential issue later.
Sure. I think you missed knight takes e5. I just didn't anticipate it. Good point.
So, Bum Russia is on the attack. A queen or rook would be quite good. We might see a knight at g7.
One thing to note is they're down 15 seconds, so all Return to the Liger has to do is play knight at g6 and the queen is trapped. And they can go queen at e7 mate.
Yeah, that's a good plan, and that's what he's done.
Chess players can be really fast at chess, but when the position's unclear, just like everyone else, you get into some deep things.
White Ghost says, damn, we should play faster. Always down. Ego Smasher says, okay to that plan.
That sounds like a good plan. I approve.
White Ghost clearly capable of playing faster. So I think that is and they're gonna do. See if they step up the speed. White Ghost still is not playing all that fast. I think he's just not used to the bughouse tactics. He's certainly capable of being fast at chess.
He's still relatively new to bughouse. I remember when I was around the same speed when I was first starting out too.
They have traded everything. And Bum Russia is the one attacking right now. So probably benefits him.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Plotkin.
Hello.
Hey, Plotkin.
Hello. How are you guys doing? Is Chuck streaming?
I am
Yes,
streaming.
I'm
We were covering the great Block and Grind match from earlier.
That was a great match.
But after that ended, we continued to follow less interesting matches.
So what did you guys think about the match?
You guys just dominated.
Awesome.
I don't know if you noticed there was an adoption in there. There was a 10-game in a row streak.
I put it on Discord. Yeah.
And not only was there an adoption, but you made King Switcher doubt his partner.
Wait! Tell me. I didn't read the chat logs. Can you tell me?
No. He said that's terrible. Glorious defense, you ass son, in the Discord.
Oh no! I saw that.
Okay.
I saw that. So, no, what did you think about like the gameplay? Because I thought that we were rusty in the beginning. Like, I know you couldn't tell through the score, but by the game quality wasn't the best. And
I mean, we could tell from the score too. Like, it started out 3-3, and you won 10 games in a row after you unrusted.
It took me 6 games to unrust. No, but I wouldn't say that King Switcher played much worse than me. Maybe he even played better than me, but Glorious Defense made some atrocious moves at some points.
Well,
I was like beside myself.
I mean, based on what was said in Discord before the game, Glorious Defense said that he couldn't be on voice chat, so that might have explained some of the disadvantage. I don't know, but yeah, it was especially interesting because you guys are both teamed up for the Bughouse World Championship. So it's 2 teams in the open section in the top 8.
We probably won't play because obviously to get to the quarter, like to get to the to the real bracket, Grind and I will have to play against the OGs, Helms Knight and Chicken, which is no cakewalk.
Yeah. Are you excited to see Helms Knight back in the mix?
People mention, Muhammad Ali coming back to the ring or Michael Jordan after retirement. I think I would put Helms Knight above all of those things. I think Helms Knight coming back is the greatest thing in all of history.
Well, I thought it was very impressive because we covered Helms Knight last night playing, and before last night, the last time she played Bughouse, like, at all, not just on stream, but at all, was a year and 2 months before that. And
you don't know. Maybe she's playing on a different account, though.
It's true.
Yeah,
That's what I was
it's
thinking.
possible, but I think extremely unlikely. Because, like, I know some alternate accounts that she has, and she didn't play on any of those. Maybe she has an alt account I don't know about, but I just kind of doubt it.
You know everything.
So Helms, like, after 1 year and 2 months not playing, she didn't like ease herself into the game. She just like went right into like a high house match, and I mean, she lost the match and lost maybe like 50 to 100 points, but she wasn't like absolutely annihilated.
Who was playing?
So it was that's a good question. Who was she playing? Now I have to go look at my own VOD to find out. It was either a Miss Fairy Queen team or a King Switcher team. I think it was King Switcher, but let me check to find out.
Okay, well, we can't Chuck, I think the definition of high house is really weak now. If you're putting Fairy or even me or King Switcher up there, we're not high house.
You guys are definitely
We're
high
low
house.
You know, talking to people that know Fix, I mean, we are anything but high house.
You are definitely
You could
high
call
house.
us mediocre house or something.
Okay, so
No, but everyone, I was asked, a few people asked, one person asked me, I'm gonna keep this anonymous, but one person asked me and he said, why, like, oh my God, like Chicken didn't have a partner. And he was partnered because 12 Team was partnered up with Blitzball, and it was a presumed thought that Chicken and 12 Team were just going to partner and run away with the event. But I had a sneaking suspicion because Chicken's a simp. So I thought this is his perfect time because Helmslide doesn't have a partner. And it's like the perfect storyline. And I was shocked that it took that long, but obviously, Chicken really did a good job of surreptitiously hiding how simpy he is. And, honestly, obviously, I'm not surprised that Helm's Knight played Bug to unrust herself.
So I mean, it's even worse than that because, I mean, I think Chicken's long-term plan was to bait 12 Teen into partner and Blitz Bullet so that he couldn't partner Helm's Knight. So Chicken was probably like, 12 Teen, if you want to win this tournament, why don't you go grab a partner? I'm not gonna partner you. And I think 12 Teen didn't even realize that Helm's Knight was an option, or he would have, jumped right into that too.
No, but I think people know which way she swings, and some people just swing not the way that they originally thought. And I mean, look, it's hard not to get attracted to a female, but I mean, you got to know where the boundaries lie when it comes to these kind of conversations. And I mean, there are some simps who don't care, and they're going to go after even the people that swing in no direction or in the weirdest of directions. And so when you're the most ultimate simp, I mean, you just don't care about anything. It's interesting. Chicken, for the last 2 weeks has just, or maybe even more, just was continuously spamming me on Skype. And I never responded. I mean, the guy just doesn't understand social clues, which makes sense. I mean, if you don't understand what you're dealing with, I mean, Chicken's a great example of that. I mean, I wish him the best of luck, but I feel like even if they win,
I think this whole rant is just like payback for Chicken constantly going in Discord and saying ops for Bughouse right now. And then 1 second later saying, never mind, I bench press instead.
Really? I didn't have a single problem with that, honestly. I think Chicken, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe Chicken has Down syndrome or something. Like, maybe I just don't really understand his limitations. But honestly, sometimes Chicken comes across as a guy with an IQ of barely above 3. And you gotta respect any human being, and I'm not gonna talk poorly about people with low IQs. Just because you're intellectually retarded doesn't mean that you're not justified to be treated like a normal human being. And so I feel for him, honestly. Like, maybe he needs help, and that's why I wish him the best with him and Helm's Knight. He'll get some solace in the $1,500.
So the final score of this match was 7-1 favoring the Return of the Liger team. We do have some reporting on who Helm's Knight Chicken played before. It was actually Robert Chesswood, who's a grandmaster from Armenia, was partnered to Midnight Fox, who was Linus O from the Fear Internet chess server. So yeah, that was the team that they played against last night. And we have Plotkin already starting the trash talk. So the last tournament we kept having like interviews after the matches, and we kept hoping people would trash talk each other just to make it more interesting for the viewers, and it never happened. Everyone always like praised each other. But I
mean, these people are low lives. Look, I want everyone to know, anyone that even touches chess.com, I mean, you're a low life, and suicide should be on the table. And I mean, look, I have the utmost respect for my fellow Canadian. I mean, 12 Team may be one of the greatest players alive, but I mean, he, just like me, we both have no life. I mean, come on, we're playing on Fix, we're playing on Chess.com, we played tens of thousands of double chess games. I mean, what value do these games have? Like, there's no monetary value, nobody cares. The viewership is next to zero. We have to beg for people to throw money at us like we're some homeless people.
I do want to remind people of my plan. I mean, we already talked about Chicken's plan to get 12 team to partner Blitz Bullet so that Chicken could partner Helm's Knight. But my long-term plan was I approached chess.com. I got them to put together this prize pool of $5,000 for this tournament. Get everyone really interested in Bughouse on chess.com. And the main reason I did that was so Plotkin wouldn't realize that he has a deadline coming up in January of 2022 of a wager we have on the free internet chess server for whether he will get a rating of 2950. But he's going to be so busy with this tournament on chess.com that he's not going to even have time for playing on the free internet chess server.
We gotta get some thoughts on that.
Obviously, Chuck miscalculated it, because not only am I declaring right here, right now, that I'm going to get first place in the Bughouse World Championships, I am willing to adjust the wager to say I'm going to get 3,200 on Fix. There's no doubt. You can make it legally binding. So, I mean, we'd have to increase the wager, obviously, from both sides, but there's no doubt in my mind. I mean, Chuck is just playing with fire. His logic is, well, if I'm going to lose money, let's just keep throwing money everywhere so Plotkin can get everything he wants. I mean, this is like a buffet of options. I've never seen it so good. I mean, now I know how strippers and prostitutes feel like. I mean, this is like, what? It's like, where do I start picking up money from first? It's like, do I go here first or there? Like, I got to make a little dance move of which pile of cash to run to first. And you know what, Chuck, I want to thank you for the generous donation and getting chess.com behind. That was fantastic, honestly. It's great for the game, and we're all truly grateful. And I'm grateful for the fact that you're giving me free money. So I mean, it's a double.
It is great for the game. For those who don't know, Bughouse World Championship is coming up. Registration deadline is November 5th. A lot of great teams already registered. But it's not just the open section which we've talked about. There's an under 2000 section as well. There's also some class prizes for the best under 2400 team, under 2200, under 1800, and under 1600. There is a prize for the best all-girl team. There's a prize for the best under 18 years old team. And I think both of those are like up for the taking. So because
are there any all-girl teams or no?
Not that I know of. I mean, I mean, you could have two 1,000 players partner each other, and just swipe into that $50. It's free money on the table.
In Pan Am's, this kind of reminds me of Pan Am's. Like, no matter what, University of Toronto would always win #1 international school. Like, it was us and some university out of Mexico with an average rating of 1,200. So it's like, obviously, we're going to get there.
So it's just the best team that's not from the USA. Is that what it boils down to?
Yes.
And the Pan Am's, is that everything in North America, or is it just Canada, Mexico, and USA? It's all North America. Okay.
I believe. Well, I mean, it's considered those two are the same thing.
Well, no, I mean, Central America is in North America, right? Isn't there I don't know, like Grenada and Panama and stuff like that? Why do people keep challenging me? I don't want to play any of you.
I think what you're failing to understand is the countries you listed, they're actually no longer registered by United Nations as countries. Nobody recognizes these as independent nations.
Okay, are they all protectorates of the United States?
I mean, they're basically mini America. I mean, that's what I like to call them.
Plotkin, I have seen you do the quiz to name all the countries on stream, which is what like 187 countries, 189, something like that, and I did not see you write mini America over and over again. I saw you write actual names of countries.
Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah. No, I mean you're right. I mean, I think it. No, I think there's a new resolution that came out by that garbage UN that said that these countries should no longer count as countries. They had COVID-19. I mean, they're literally bringing the world down. So they have negative value. And I think what is it? Are we on Chess TV or no?
We are not on Chess TV. We were on an embed before, so we still have some viewers from there.
No, but I want to say that honestly, I don't know how you did it with chess.com. That's great that you got them behind you. How did you pull it off?
He definitely, did some sketchy stuff.
Well, that's why I'm asking. I want to know what.
I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay, well, I thought you were all about liberty.
No. No, I mean, I just asked, and they were interested. I mean, I figured there was no downside to asking, and we weren't sure what level of support, if any, they would give. Like, we asked, did they want to help advertise the tournament? Did they want to put in a little bit of money for the prize fund? Did they want to cover some of the event on their streams? Like, we asked like a bunch of different stuff if they were interested in any or all of them, and their answer was all of the above, which we were very encouraged by.
So who's going to be streaming it? Is there any sign of any of the other top chess streamers that might be streaming it? What are you hearing?
The plan is for the finals to be on the main chess stream, and the top 8 or so, like basically when we get to the single elimination ladder, we're going to stream as many of those as possible on the Chess.com events channel, which is not as big as the chess channel, but still has a fairly big audience, bigger than my stream for sure. And then there's, before that, in the group stage, I'm going to stream as many as possible, and I think there's some other streamers that are going to step up and stream some of them too. I think Ganesh said he would stream some of them, and I think some of the Crazy Owl streamers are planning on stepping up. So we'll see. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, no, that'd be great, and I think
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah. I'm excited as well. I think that's great, honestly, Chuck. We should really be super grateful for you. Like the fact that you asked Chess.com into this. Like, I know
anyone could have asked them. It wasn't that big a deal. I do know them well better than most people, but I think anyone could have made the ask.
Yeah, but anyone could have asked. But...
I just want to see Chuck in like a trench coat and like a hat, meeting with Danny Wrench in like a dark alley, being like, "Listen, what can I do to get chess.com?"
This is a safe for work Twitch channel, so we can't talk too much about that.
Have you met any of the chess.com folk in person, Chuck?
I don't think so. No, I've met Aaron Hawaii in person. And he's like a producer for
he's such a nice guy.
A bunch of the chess.com shows. Yeah. I've met Aaron Hawaii in person. That's the only chess.com employee I've met. And I'd like to meet more for sure. Like JD Cannon before COVID was planning to come to the World Open and hang out. And then that just didn't happen with COVID.
It's very sad.
And I think like Danny Wrench seems to only go to like tournaments in the Western United States. Like if he came to the East, I'd go try to connect with him. But yeah, I mean, I know JD Cannon pretty well. I know Sam Copeland, reasonably well. It'd be nice to see him in person too. But yeah, most of these guys live in the Western United States. But I met Aaron Hawaii at TwitchCon. And I plan to go to the next TwitchCon. Maybe I'll meet some more of them there. I kind of regret not going to the Pro Chess League finals, which they did like an in-person event for that. And like I didn't go to that because I was like, I don't like chess. Why would I go to like a chess event? But it turned out to be like a big networking opportunity. Like Joe Bruin went and he met like everybody there, and I think it helped him form a lot of connections and friendships. And so I kind of regret not going from that point of view. Would have been good
Well,
to
they're
meet
going to be
people.
doing it every year, no?
The Pro Chess League in person. I think they are going to try to do it like most every year, and I may try to go to a future year. But again, COVID has kind of put a damper on some of that.
It's never gonna end.
You think COVID's never going to end?
I feel like it's never gonna end.
I mean, I think COVID is going to become.
I've never wanted to end.
It's never going to. Eventually it's going to become endemic rather than pandemic. Like it's going to become like the common cold. Like everyone's going to be expected to have it. And yeah, whether these restrictions are going to loosen up, I think they will eventually. But
No, but I already got my 7th booster shot, so I'm safe for life. I got Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson. I got 2 shots of each, so I'm completely safe. I even got Sputnik 5, so I couldn't be safer.
yeah,
I mean,
not only do you sound safe, I feel like anyone who like hangs out with you will like get immunity just by being around you.
No, it's true. Like, so I was driving. Maybe I was like 20 miles away from someone because it's Canada, right? We're all very far apart. And I think now, like, he had COVID, but because I was only 20 miles away from him, pretty close, he's now immune from it because of all the vaccines I took. So now he's completely safe. It's true.
See, I really think they should change the way they do vaccines. Instead of like hitting everyone with like a shot, they should just make like a retrovirus that's like an STD. So like you spread immunity just by like sleeping with each other. That I think that would be just so much better for the USA.
Yeah,
I'll never get immunity. Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people will never.
I mean, I think the government can sponsor immunity for you, Swall. They can get it figured out.
Okay, great.
I mean, this is not the most expensive thing.
Oh, by the way, Chuck, I want to let you know, guys, I have big news. So, I spoke to my rabbi, and he might set me up with a girl. So I might get married real soon.
Nice.
I'm being dead serious.
I mean, have you tried JDate? Like in all seriousness, like I've heard that like the ratio on JDate. I mean, this was years ago. Maybe it's evened out, but the ratio used to be like 3-1, like women to guys.
No, you're right. It still is. I'm just awful at it. it's just that's just what it is. But yeah, it's funny.
What do you mean? All you have to do is just post a photo of you smiling. Anyone would want a piece of you. Didn't Britney Spears had a song about that? You want a piece of me, you want a piece of me. So I think. Oh, I hope this song doesn't. I hope this doesn't get like a DMA strike on Chuck's channel.
Yeah,
I mean, he sounds so much like the original that it may be DMCA. That's okay. Worth it.
Oh man. So Chuck, why did you not play in this tournament yourself?
I would just rather commentate for one, and for two, like I know I have like no chance of getting anywhere near any of like the prize pool.
That's nonsense.
So I just figured I'd commentate.
What if 12 Teen asked you? Would you have said yes?
I would feel bad because that would just like eliminate 12 Teen from.
I think that'd make it more fair.
It would be a good handicap for 12 Teen, but even so.
So wait, I have a proposition for next tournament, for next year's edition. They should take the top 8 that qualify and just make it super even by rating, just flatten it out. So that way, everyone has a good equal chance of winning. It makes it more fun than the best team wins.
So basically you're proposing socialism?
Communism, actually. No money prizes either. No, I think it's not fair that people that are good do better in life than the people that are bad. That doesn't make any sense to me.
How dare they?
Everyone should be doing equally poorly in life. Is that fair or no?
It's an interesting plan. I'll run it by the organizers, see what they say.
Yeah. I think I see why I don't see any reason why they should be unhappy with that. Okay, well, Chuck, thank you. And when is the tournament starting again?
November 8th is when the group stage is starting.
And the top 4 make it to like the...
No, well, so there's going to be a bunch of groups. I think there was something like, I guess there were going to be like 8 groups, and the top 2 teams from each group progress to a single elimination ladder. So the ladder will have like 16 teams in it. So yeah, the
top 16 teams make it to single elimination, and then is there anything else or is that just all the way out to the final?
This is single elimination to the winner, and like obviously as you can see, because 12 Teen and Chicken have broken up, like there's no like the defending title, like they don't get any special place. They're just like every other team. So yeah, it's just a ladder.
Why would they have a special place regardless?
Well, if you look for example at the Crazy House World Championship, the winner from the previous year defends his title. So that would have been another way of structuring it.
That would have been fun to witness, actually.
But that's not how we structured this one.
It's a shame.
When is the next Crazy House World Championship?
It's going on right now. Crazy House World Championship.
In fact, one of the people on the call is in the candidates right now, and it's not me. He actually beat me. It was between me and this guy to make it to the last spot of the candidates, and he beat me.
Well, the person in the call who beat you is also playing Bughouse right now, and we're watching his game. So he might not be paying as much attention to the chat here.
I deeply apologize for stealing.
You deeply apologize for not responding. Did you say you deeply apologize?
So yeah, 1800 strength is also known as Cabbage, or I think he's 64 Brock or something like that. Hard to keep track of everyone's usernames, but yeah, he's done quite well in the Crazy House tournament.
I'm pretty lucky. Yeah, it's true.
He's a good player. Deserves it.
And is this the first time you didn't make the candidates block in, or like because you've been in quite a few candidates? Okay.
No, I haven't been into one in a while. Actually, thanks for rubbing it in. I haven't made it since 1974.
Sorry.
I think the last time I made it was back when we were doing this over the board Crazy House tournaments. I was playing it against Mihail Botvinnik. I remember those were the days. But Bronstein, it was an interesting story. So I made it to the candidates, and Bronstein, he found this like nice net at F4, we won with 32 in game 7 of our match. And I was beside myself. But luckily, in the next... Okay, I gotta stop talking. This is so stupid. I'm glad Squall is enjoying himself, though. Sometimes I feel like my comedy is repetitive.
No, I love it. I love it so much. I was wondering how long you could go on for, actually.
Well, I mean, when Chuck and I talk, it's like this for hours, usually. But Chuck doesn't give me as much response. Like, I don't know if it's funny, because Chuck doesn't laugh. So, like, I would just say this.
You gotta be watching the video to see my smile.
Well, but when we Skype call, he's never on video, so, it's painful. He's hiding it as he's eating P.F. Chang's, which is sponsoring tonight's video.
If I could ever get P.F. Chang's to sponsor my stream, I would be set for life.
Have you reached out to them? Or
I have not reached out to them, but I'm not big enough to reach out to them. But like, I mean, for example, for those who don't know, Buffalo Wild Wings sponsored Tyler One. Because Tyler One's a huge streamer, but Buffalo Wild Wings reached out to him, like sent something to like his fan mail PO box. It basically said like, we would like to sponsor you and give you Buffalo Wild Wings for life. And he read that on stream, and he's like, is this a joke? He's like, because you don't understand what you're doing. Like this is not the type of thing where I would go there like once a month and like give you guys a shout out. Like, I will eat there every single day, 3 meals a day, if this is legit. And they got back to him and they're like, no, that's legit. Buffalo Wild Wings for life. He just eats there 3 times a day.
But I wonder, do they have like a healthy snack, like an apple or something? Could you imagine going to Buffalo Wild Wing for an apple? It's like, well, you have your usual 3-pound wings. It's like, no, today I'll actually have a fruit. It's like, what are those? It's like
but I mean, imagine your food just for life is like covered. Like you never need to worry about food anymore.
Well,
You don't have to pay a dollar for food. Like that's pretty awesome. Like, I mean, what do you need to basically pay for? It's like food, housing, internet. That you're good. So.
That's one of the 3.
So yeah, I mean, like I would have no problem eating PF Chang's, eat like 3 meals a day, every day for life.
In the voice call?
Happy Pedal. The people in the voice call are Swole19, Little Plotkin, and occasionally 1800 Strength unmutes himself. Let's give some shout outs. Swole19, also a streamer. Little Plotkin is a goated international master.
Goated.
Yeah.
Also,
when's the next Chuck Plotkin Bughouse session? Yeah, you guys gotta let me know ahead of time so I can make it.
I don't think anyone cares to watch it. That's the problem.
No,
We need to give you all like the fear of missing out. See, if I alerted you to all the Plotkin streams, then you wouldn't tune into my random streams to see if I'm playing with Plotkin.
Chuck, is there any proof that there has been a single person that watches any of our streams?
No, I watch them all the time.
I mean, people talk about that. People jump in the chat and mention how awesome Plotkin is. So.
But I wonder if these are like bots, though. Like, whenever I go on dating stuff.
I too have seen a lot of bots on dating websites, but I think on Twitch they're legit people.
So I'll tell you a true story. Like I was talking to somebody, and when I was on Chuck's stream, they were talking the exact same way. So now I'm like literally convinced that there are no real Twitch viewers. They were all bots. So whenever someone says, "Oh, Mark, I saw you on that stream," I don't believe them. I think that they're lying because I'm convinced that every single viewer is a bot. Whether or not they were an actual computer or AI or something in between, or a girl pretending to be a bot, it's all fake.
I can understand thinking like a lot of Twitch viewers might be bots. Like that's plausible that an AI could get good enough to say a lot of the stuff that you guys say, but there's several people in my Twitch chat regularly who I've met in person, so I know that those aren't bots. And then there's other people in my Twitch chat who I haven't met in person, but they stream. So like I've seen video of them. So I know that they're not bots. And then there's people who I haven't seen stream and I haven't met in person, but I have been in voice calls with. So that's...
Wait. Hold up. Chuck, hold that thought. How do you know that they just don't put a bot themselves on their stream?
Just a bot posing as them. So you mean they might be in on it, you're saying?
Honestly, it seems like you're eating your own feces here. Like, it doesn't seem like this is valid thought. Like, honestly, I'm convinced that there's not a single real Twitch viewer. When, a Twitch guy who plays chess gets 10,000 viewers, I mean, who watches chess? Like, honestly, I watch chess and I want to kill myself. There's a bigger chance that I will enjoy myself if I'm pointing a gun at my face than if I'm watching, some guy move his mouse really fast while also playing with his, while touching himself late at night. Like, this is not what I enjoy.
That's what I assume most of my viewers are, is people just touching themselves late at night to bughouse games. I have no evidence to that, but my assumption.
I mean, I'm touching myself right now. I'm definitely touching myself right now. That's definitely.
There hasn't been a single stream that Chuck has had that I've watched where I haven't touched myself, if that gives you any consolation. There's something about that Benjamin Franklin look that just really, it hits that 1790s spot for me. Because I'm a big Benjamin Franklin fan.
We're all big Benjamin Franklin fans.
We need a Benjamin Franklin emote in here. We definitely do.
I have more emote slots, so if people have ideas, let me know.
Do you think he's rolling in his grave right now or no? This conversation.
I don't know. Was Ben Franklin, first of all, was he buried? Like, is there a Benjamin Franklin grave somewhere?
Yeah, there is.
Sure, yeah, okay. There has to be.
But, I mean, not everyone is buried. Some people are cremated, or I don't know.
No, but not.
Some people
not
on
old
fire.
Ben. Ben is definitely buried.
Ben's he's a buried guy.
Okay.
Every time I think of Benjamin Franklin, I think of wanting to watch National Treasure, the movie. It's like my favorite movie.
That is a great movie. I'm with you on that
movie.
It is. I like that movie, actually.
We're gonna steal Declaration of Independence. Such a classic.
It is.
Oh, Lester Hippie has a Benjamin Franklin paper due soon. Can you guys give Lester Hippie some Benjamin Franklin facts to put in his paper?
He invented daylight savings, which is coming up soon, so you can put that on your paper.
I've changed my mind. Now I hate Benjamin Franklin.
Oh. You and me both. I'm shocked that you're not big on Ben.
He started an episode of The Office. Oh, put that in paper, Lester Hippie.
Oh, yeah.
It's just certain A right there.
I saw Benjamin Franklin in The Office. Dwight Schrute could not believe it. He's 99% sure that it wasn't Benjamin Franklin. That's what it said in the episode, that he was 99% sure it wasn't Benjamin Franklin. So there was a chance. He had a sneaking suspicion.
So Dwight Schrute from The Office competed in the last PogChamps. Or no, not the last. Was it the one before? The one before.
No, but it wasn't him. It was the real person, which is quite upsetting.
Yeah, but he dressed as Dwight Schrute though.
Yeah, but that's like saying, Ron Swanson, like the actual person that plays Ron Swanson could go, he could go end himself, but the character himself is a national treasure. Do you agree? Do you understand where I'm coming from? And that's kind of my same philosophy with Dwight Schrute. Yeah. I'm glad you and I are on the same page on this one. Really fascinating stuff, Chuck.
No, we need more like celebrities on PogChamps for sure.
Well, were there a lot of people watching it? I'm still not convinced that these were people.
Listen, I don't really watch PogChamps because I don't really have anyone. I started getting into Moist Critical, but he wasn't in PogChamps, so I still don't know.
I enjoyed. I enjoyed watching PogChamp. Like, no matter who's in it, I enjoy watching it in general, just to see, like, there's always some crazy game. Like this PogChamps had Just a Minx play, who just learned how to play chess like a day before the tournament started, and like she had a game where she was down like she basically had, all she had left was like 4 pawns and a rook, and her opponent had like a queen, both bishops, like 3 knights, like promoted a knight, and rooks, like everything. And her opponent was like, had like mate in 1, but played like a non-check-in move, and she just back ranked him. It was like the funniest thing ever.
That is the wow.
But so not only that, but like the whole game she was like rocking out to music and like dancing, and the commentators, like every single move, like she would lose a piece. Every single move they'd be like, oh my god, she just hung her bishop. Like she's gonna stop dancing. She's gonna get serious. She's gonna get sad about her position. But she never got sad. She kept dancing the whole way through. And then when she did the back ranker, like she like smiled like that was her plan the whole time.
I mean, you can't say it wasn't her. You don't know it wasn't her plan the whole time.
We don't know for sure.
It's true.
It was a bot. I'm convinced it was a bot. Actually, because females don't exist. I'm not convinced. I've never seen one in person.
I honestly sometimes I wish they didn't exist. It's rough out there.
No, but look, if some female swing the other way, then why can't we as guys do the same?
Yeah, I agree with that logic.
You know, my rabbi was more than welcoming of that philosophy for me. My rabbi and I get along just nicely, and that's why he doesn't go home to his wife anymore. He has sent. Anyway, so he's living in my basement now. It's been a pleasure. Man, I really gotta stop. What is wrong with me? Jesus Christ.
I feel like you do this because Chuck is here. That's the only reason.
We do this for hours too.
Oh man.
Yeah, we like that's part of the reason I started to stream in the first place, because like this is what we did every single night. We would just have calls shooting the shit like this. And I was like, why don't I just do this on stream?
It's more fun. Like you get to respond to and you get to talk to people, and it's really a pleasant atmosphere. It's super fun.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. Oh my gosh. Wow. Mamma mia.
Have you guys ever seen the 7 Days in Hell, like the tennis mockumentary?
Oh my god, I loved it. Yes.
Indubitably. It's the only word he knew.
Indubitably, yes, that's the only word. His mom hated him too, right? And then they killed themselves at them by hitting each other with the tennis rackets. I was like, for some reason that is the best movie for me of all time. Like, there's nothing that's better than two men just going at each other. That was a great movie.
It was and Andy Samberg is hilarious.
Yeah, and Andy Samberg, right? He's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Actually, a lot of girls now liked it. You like Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Such a great show.
Okay, well, actually, you should just put that on your profile. I think every girl will start touching herself, regardless of whether or not she's a bot. And by the way, they are all bots. You know,
can we do a stream where we just like write Swole's profile for him?
Oh please,
yeah,
let's do it.
Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. What do you have to lose, Swole? You should just be like, I watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm good at touching. I'm good with my hands. No, I'm good with my hands.
So I've done that before. Like I've written profiles for friends, like joke profiles. Like one of my friends met his wife because I'm not gonna say it was because of my profile, but I wrote his profile and I like forced him to just like put it online, and he was so embarrassed by the profile that he went and he rewrote it, and then he met his wife like a week later. So
Nice.
So I pushed him into it at least.
Wow. It's actually a brilliant story. Man, I wish I had that kind of luck. But again, I'm not using dating sites, so maybe I'm doing this all wrong. Maybe it's time to go back.
I'm talking. You have like a very rich dating history, don't you? I've seen your streams. You tell some stories.
Oh yeah, I should really keep my mouth shut. That's the problem. Like when I go to stream, I just open my mouth and I talk. I should do this on other people's streams.
Ooh, I don't like this move. This king is a little unsafe. Right here. Yeah, Plotkin streams are awesome. The fact it's also entertaining, the fact that Plotkin, like most people will like build up an audience, slowly over like several years, and like they'll start off with very few viewers and they'll get more and more viewers over time. But Plotkin did like the opposite. He just like started off with a bang. Blew up on like day 2 on like live stream fails.
It was the first day. It was day 1.
Oh, okay. Day one. Day 1, he went viral. Got banned, and then he had to start over.
I got suspended. Yeah. It was incredible because I didn't think Twitch would know. Okay, so here's the short version. So I guess it's a good time to tell the story because so I had a few people had always told me that the face for radio, and I enjoyed that compliment.
Face for radio.
I decided that I would take up streaming, but they said that I had a good voice, and they thought people would listen to me, and not just my mom, which was pleasant. And so I decided to pick up streaming, and I had seen how other people had done it, and I thought, okay, I'll just do my own spin. And half an hour in, I started getting a little bit insane. I started saying words that I shouldn't even repeat right now. They were quite bad. And I had finished streaming, and keep in mind, I had 20 live viewers, 30. I thought it was a good stream. And it was late at night. I went home, I was at home, right? So I closed my computer, went to sleep. I woke up the next day to an email saying, your account has been suspended for 48 hours. I said, what? Why? And then I think this was in high school because I went to high school, one of my classmates, not even a friend of mine, said, Mark, you're on the front page of Reddit. I was like, what? And there was this clip that went viral on Livestream Fails. I think it had over 30,000 views. And on Reddit, there was tons of people commenting about me for 30 seconds, just yelling. Just the most inappropriate bio nonsense imaginable. It wasn't even coherent. And and that basically made me who I am today. I wouldn't have been anything without them. So I'm super thankful for that moment.
I love that PKR. That's a great profile. Entrepreneur. Well, I don't know how I'm an entrepreneur, but innovator, I guess I can see.
Enjoys chess, tennis, and Orlando. Okay.
I love that. Teaching by day and loving by night. He is the whole package. Call now. Oh yeah. That's like a Craigslist ad more than a dating profile.
See, I think part of the problem with these dating websites is you're only supposed to have one profile. So it'd be good if you could do some A/B testing, some real marketing by trying if you could have two profiles that say completely different things, throw them both out into the wild and see what gets better responses.
But I think you're supposed to be yourself, Chuck. It's not like a marketing weird.
Yeah, but yourself could be different on different days.
It's
you want to be the best version of yourself, though.
It's true.
When and It's Always Sunny, when Charlie made his dating profile, he's like, I thought I should just be myself. Then they're like, well, yeah, maybe you should be less yourself and be more someone else. Oh, that was such a great. What's your favorite food? Milk steak. Milk steak.
What is milk steak?
What? What is milk steak?
You gotta watch the show, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm clearly missing out. Wow.
So is there still Bughouse being played right now? What's going on?
I just followed 1800 Strength. It seems like he's
gotcha. Killing it.
It seems like that whoever that is playing a bit.
And he's at 2666.
Oh, that means I should stop then. That's the perfect number.
Indeed.
Yeah, Sajan has taken over. Are you who's Miss Jenny 22?
I don't know. Oh,
I hear
chicken. I think she's on
this person.
Miss Jenny is in the Discord. Partners a lot of strong Bughouse players. She.
It's a girl. That's why the sense. Okay, that explains. Okay, you can just stop with she. Okay.
The word Miss Jenny wasn't a
no, because there was a guy named what's it called, Angelina Callie, who's
yeah.
Oh,
so, I mean, Angelina Callie is now named Jubla, but Angelina Callie was Bug from Fix.
But Jubla is not from Fix.
No, Jubla is the same as Callie, is the same as Bug. So yeah.
But we're not going to say they're from Fix. We're just going to downplay that. But he's not as good as he was before. I noticed. Like we played against him today, and I think a few days ago.
I don't think he used to play bughouse just like 24 hours a day, but I think he's mostly switched over to 4-player chess. Like I see him playing 4-player chess a lot more than bughouse. So he's probably a little rusty at bughouse.
Don't you like to play 4-player chess too?
Yeah, I like playing 4-player chess as well, but I play more bughouse than 4-player chess.
What? I'm looking at. Did you see that? The partner said night mates, and
I mean,
just looking at that, it was so stupid. I'm literally getting. I feel the cancer coming to my brain. I can feel it. I can feel the tumor.
I mean, they're up 45 seconds. Miss Jenny got the knight and then said, "I am sitting now." So,
so what happened was she hung her knight. No. They played knight at f5 so she could take out the bishop, but she didn't take it because she's really respectful and doesn't want to take advantage of his mouse slip.
I don't think it was a mouse slip. I think you're giving it too much credit. What if they told you it wasn't a mouse slip? What if that was their response? That they intended on that move.
That could also be true, yeah. I mean, sometimes I just don't see things that are really obvious to everyone else who's watching.
No, it's always easier to watch from when you're not playing the game, actually. People always say
Chuck, I have more big news.
Oh, what's the big news?
I took my first step in going back to school. I got accepted for readmission.
Congratulations.
To school for what? Like I thought you graduated before. You getting a graduate degree or?
No, I'm gonna get another bachelor's.
Oh, in what?
How many do you need? Like a limit to how many you want?
Probably. I think I'm gonna do accounting. I'm trying to do accounting.
So, you decided you don't like teaching? Is that what's going on?
I it's not that I don't like it. I hate it.
Okay.
I hate it.
But you teach what?
Passion. Geometry.
What do you hate?
So
you hate teaching geometry
is it that you hate? Do you hate math? Do you hate math or do you hate people?
Well, I hate teaching. Doesn't mean it has nothing to do with people. It has nothing to do with math. I don't like teaching.
Yeah, but I mean, I can understand liking teaching if it weren't for the people. Like, people are the worst.
Well, I want to hear what you were doing because fill me in on everything.
Sure. Okay. So basically, teaching is just a bunch of if it was just.
How did you get into it? You go back.
Oh, so I wasn't sure what I wanted to do in school, but I was always good at math, and I always enjoyed helping people out with their homework and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what, why don't I try giving teaching a try? And I was I figured I'd always liked it, and I'm good at explaining things to people. I coached in chess for a little bit, and I enjoyed that. So I tried it, and yeah, it's just a lot of stuff that. A lot of it is just a little annoying, and I don't really like it.
Do you teach for school? Do you teach high schoolers?
Yeah, I teach high schoolers.
Oh, so they're not much younger than you, right? They're your age, basically.
They're a little bit younger.
Wait, you're 98, right? What year are you born in?
I was 97.
Oh, I'm 98. Okay, so we're basically the same.
We're basically the same age.
So, but. Swold, so you hate teaching in general? If you were teaching a different subject, do you think you would like it, or you think you don't want to teach anything?
It's the school that I teach at too. It's a really bad school.
Yeah, I can understand that. My brother taught high school for a few years, and he was really pissed off by the No Child Left Behind Act because he firmly believed that there's some children who really should be left behind. Because I don't know, in all honesty, because basically, the whole point of the act was we're not going to leave people behind, and what the effect of that was that it used to be if people were troublemakers, then they would be like eventually like held back a grade, or like they wouldn't graduate, or if there were disciplinary problems, eventually they would be just like expelled or like kicked out of school. But now like you're not allowed to do that. Like they just stay there. And there's people who have like no desire whatsoever to learn, and they so there's two problems. No, the number one, it's impossible to kick people out for disciplinary problems anymore. Number two, it used to be that you had, I don't think I can even say the word. We'll call it the mentally challenged class. Used to be their own little section, but they decided it was better for those students to mainstream them with everyone else. But what they didn't say was it's worse for everyone else in the class. Because
so basically no child left behind is every child left
behind. No child left behind. Like what it means is like you have to graduate everyone, and you can't you can't flunk people out if they don't learn anything. So that's what school has become at the high school level. And it's really made it impossible for teachers to teach and students to learn when you have people in your class who don't want to learn, which is almost every class at a lot of schools.
So at every school, there's always some students that don't want to learn. Like, I don't want to learn.
I don't think you actually fall in that category, Plotkin, but there are people like legit like that.
Well, I didn't enjoy education. I can tell you for 16 years I hated it. I mean, I still hate it. I'm just not in school anymore. But in Canada, what you're saying is basically the principle. There was so when I went to high school, where we were doing school, we were like number one in our district for a bunch of different subjects. Ever since then, a lot of parents have started complaining that their kids are getting low grades. And so they made the curriculum much easier, and they started being very nice to the kids and giving them high grades.
Inflation.
The grade inflation is insane. When I was in grade 10 high school math, the average grade in math was, I think, a 62. That was actually my grade going to the exam, and then I did really well in the exam, and I finished with like a 63. No, that's not true. I did a little bit better than that. But the point is, like, there's just a ton of grade inflation. It's like 20% higher than what it was when I was there, maybe even more. Because it's like, oh no, what about university? And so we're now in the parents complaining for their kids' sake.
Oh yeah.
But I teach personally, like I teach chess out of school, and we don't come across that. Maybe it's the cohort of people that we teach that are just not like that, because they're very similar to my parents. Like, if you got a bad grade, it was because you screwed up. It wasn't because the teacher screwed up. You have to take the blame. Whereas now it's the teacher's fault. Let's talk to the teacher. Yeah. Which is all sounding quite wild to me.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. But there's a question in the chat about the Libertarian Party. What we're talking about has nothing to do with the Libertarian Party. It's just education policy in general is terrible. But
What is that question?
But yeah, someone says, can someone explain to me why should I vote Libertarian? I mean, I'm involved with the Libertarian Party. I'd support liberty, don't like big government, so that's why I vote for the Libertarian Party.
Chuck votes for anarchy, actually. Am I right, Chuck?
I am actually. I would be an anarcho-capitalist if that were an option. I think the best government is no government, but in the absence of no government, I vote for less government.
Yes. Wow. What a deep philosophical dilemma.
Profound.
Very, actually. I'm actually mind blown. Have you ever thought about how deep you are, Chuck? Have you ever tried to find yourself? Because you sound very profound.
I have not.
Because the thing is, Chuck actually convinced me of his libertarian position, because I became a libertarian myself, and this is like no cap. How he did it. Like, I'm very stubborn, but Chuck's, after like 20 hours of talking to me, convinced me to be a libertarian.
I wasn't trying to convince you, though.
I know,
like I'll talk to people about politics, but I don't like forcing my politics on people. Like, if people want to like debate me, like, I'll debate them, I'll talk about stuff, but I don't go around trying to proselytize people.
But it worked even though you didn't attempt to, it really did wonders for me. So
am I the Milton Friedman of Bughouse? Probably not.
The Benjamin Franklin of Bughouse.
The Benjamin Franklin of Bughouse. Okay, that's nice move by 1800 string. Have
you thought about writing the Federalist Papers, Chuck?
I have not thought about writing the Federalist Papers, though Benjamin Franklin did not have anything to do with the Federalist Papers.
How about the founding of America? Have you ever thought about, restarting that?
Scary snakes. We do have cabbage and plotkin in a call. We could have scary snakes in a call too, if you'd like. We're in the house Discord server right now.
Yeah, that's
scary snakes. You can tag me in because I gotta go to bed. I gotta be up in like 4 hours or 5 hours.
No. What is the point of a call without Swole, honestly?
Oh, come on. Plotkin, you gotta show up to here's the deal, Plotkin. You know what's gonna happen? On October 31st, Halloween, I'm gonna be doing my 3-year streaming anniversary stream, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be drunk. I'm gonna be in a costume, so you better stop by.
Are you gonna be dressed as Benjamin Franklin?
I will.
I do have a certain mask that I will be wearing, so you should look forward to that.
Oh, is it Squid Games? I swear, if it's Squid Games,
it's not Squid Games.
But I've already got it spoiled for me. Everyone dies, right? Except for one person.
I have not watched Squid Games, but it doesn't really sound like my type of show, anyways. I'm not like.
Wait, don't you like people dying? Chuck? Aren't you for freedom? Freedom to death. The freedom to die. Don't you believe in the freedom to die, Chuck?
I mean, that's actually the freedom to die is actually a legitimate question in the context of like assisted suicide states. Like it was hotly debated in Oregon, for example. But it's not. I think that's not what you mean in this context.
No, I mean exactly that, actually.
All right. Well, Chuck, you better be there at my Halloween stream.
I will be there too.
It's gonna be like Saturday. It's gonna start like Saturday night at like 11 p.m. and like go
that's
like.
late.
Yeah, I know. It's
Sounds
gonna go
good.
Until midnight.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right. See you guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Take care, so I'll go as well.
Relentless Nedo is asking about the liberty of chess. I don't know what that. I'm not sure what you mean by the liberty of chess. I mean, chess is not. Chess is the game of chess. The rules of chess were really set by like a spontaneous order. They weren't set really by a top-down organization. I know FIDE has tried to have the rules of chess changed recently? I don't think anything has changed. Like they've been set for years and years. Oh, this is a nice attack and defense move. Oh, we lost Plotkin too. I thought we were just losing Swolf, but I guess Plotkin had to dip as well.
That's unlucky. I'm not sure if the music in the background is too loud. So
it's fine, it's fine.
Someone's birthday, apparently. Yeah.
I should probably end stream soon anyway here. Let's see if we can find someone to raid. Looks like Death by Checkmate is streaming. That's a good candidate right there. He often plays Bughouse and 4-player chess. Let's see what he's doing today. Looks like he's doing some 4-player chess. Let's send you guys to Death by Checkmate. I'm going to be streaming 4-player chess myself tomorrow night. And Wednesday night we'll be streaming Bughouse as usual. And we're looking forward to the Bughouse World Championship starting November 8th, the group stage. We will be streaming a lot of the group matches. If anyone hasn't registered for the Bughouse World Championship yet, you should... Oh, oops. I did that wrong. Check out this link. There's a $5,000 prize pool. Definitely worth entering. There's 2 sections, an open section and an under 2,000 section. If you haven't followed me yet, I'd appreciate a follow so you get notified of my future streams. And thank you everyone for hanging out with me, including 1800 Strength, Little Plotkin, Swole 19, and let's see, who else did we have in here? I think that's everyone we had. But anyways, so fun stream. I really appreciate everyone hanging out with me. When you get to Death by Checkmate's channel, be sure to drop him a follow. He's a great streamer. And let him know where you came from. Drop emotes if you had them. Have a great night, everyone.